Hey everyone, this is RunnerGuy2489, and I'm going to be making a Door of Time skip tutorial, kind of with, but the main part about it is going to be showing the inputs that I use, because that tends to be what a lot of people have trouble with. So I will show where I place my joystick and when I hit the buttons. And here I'm just kind of moving around showing how it works. You can see when I hit the different buttons, when I move the joystick, things like that. So the first thing I'm going to show you is a successful Door of Time skip, and in this tutorial I'm not going to focus too much on the angle because I don't really think that's what people are struggling with. So I would say focus more on the actual inputs over there on the left. First I'll show it in real speed, and then I will show a slowed down version. So, you might even want to watch this a couple times just to see where I place the joystick, when I slide it over, when I press B, when I press A. And here's the slowed down version. You can see backflip, and then there's really not too much to say. I mash A to do the side roll, and I even hit B a couple times. You wouldn't have to, but if you had good timing. So there's a successful Door of Time skip. Next I want to mention a failed clip. If you feel that your angle, your alignment was correct, but you just didn't clip through the door, it's possible you just didn't hit A on the right frame, or your joystick movement might have been a little off. It's not a big deal. It happens to everyone from time to time. So here I will show first where I will fail it, and then I don't change my angle at all. I just swing the bottle, and then the next time I get it, and I'll show it again in slower motion. Maybe you can pick up something that I did the first time to not get it. Swinging the bottle, if you slash your sword, you got to put it away to try again. So if you have an empty bottle, it's good to use it there. But sometimes you'll have a bad angle completely, and no matter what you do, you can't clip through. So I'll show, I think in this case I purposely choose a really bad angle. For me, after about 3 or 4 times, if I don't clip through, then the simple solution is just pick a new angle, because it's not too picky of a trick. If you're a newer player and you're not that great at the clip, maybe you want to try 6 or 7 times. But here you just readjust, and you can see the inputs again where I will get it. Next I want to talk about some mistakes that I see players make, and specifically I'm talking about input types of mistakes. So first we'll go over some of the obvious ones. Jump slashing too late. Everyone knows once they've done this that that's what they did, but I want to show the inputs of it so you can see what it actually looks like. When this happens, you miss the door completely, you fall into the void, you have to start from the beginning and tempo time. It's a pretty big mistake. And I will show a slow version of it. You could compare with a successful Door of Time skip and see that I'm pressing B too late. Yeah. So then you've got jump slashing too early. This mistake is a little better to make because you can quickly adjust to it. When this happens, you just clip back inside the door like that, so you didn't actually get through it. And then you can just either put your sword away, swing your bottle, and keep trying till you get through it. And again, I'll show this one in slower motion so you can see here that I hit the B button a little too early. And again, having a bottle helps to swing it and then just instantly try again. Another mistake I see players make is moving the joystick left too early. This stops them from even being able to clip through the door. Players will do this sometimes because they're trying to anticipate holding left and jump slashing. In this case, you can see the inputs. I really exaggerate it and go to the left quite quickly. A typical sign of this is that double roll If you roll twice to the left and you're kind of sliding along the door, then you're holding left too early. So then I will show here a correct version of it. You can see the difference of how it's done. Kind of the opposite of the last one is when a player doesn't move the joystick far enough to the left. This tends to happen when a player is trying to do the side hop, but they're holding too far down. And again, here with the inputs, you'll see I exaggerate it. If this happens, you tend to do the side roll, but then backflip off to the right. And the worst part about this is it's actually possible to get the clip, but because you're not holding far enough to the left, you'll never actually make it through the door of time. Another mistake I see players make is rolling too quickly after the backflip. They tend to think that it's all got to be done really fast. You backflip and then you instantly side roll. That's not the case. You can backflip, get your joystick in position, and then start hitting A to do the side roll. So what happens when they do this is they'll roll off to the right, or they'll kind of roll in place. So if you see yourself rolling off to the right, you know you're hitting A too quickly after the backflip. So backflip, take your time, get your joystick where you want it, then start to hit A. And you can see here I switched over and now I'm doing it correctly to get the clip. I want to mention pause buffering because some players they're able to get the clip but they're not able to time the jump slash, or they just want a more consistent method of doing the jump slash. So this part, buffering is used not for the clip itself but to actually get the jump slash. So here I don't have the input shown anymore. I'm on a console, but I've already shown it correctly. So you want to do the side hop and then you want to pause and start buffering. I'm holding Z and left, and when you see this frame, this is like the make or break frame. If the next frame you see you're still in bounds like that, then it's no good. You got to try again. So let me get it set up at that frame again. Again, after you do the side hop, you're holding Z and left to buffer. So here's this frame. The next frame, if you do it correctly, he will be completely off of the screen. And at that point, you'll want to add B. So it's Z, left, and B to get the jump slash through. If you happen to miss that frame, like you go invisible and then one more passes, it's still possible to get through. So there's the first frame where he's off of the screen, and one more goes by. So now it's been 2 frames invisible. Here you do Z, B, and up. You change from left to up on the joystick, and then he'll get through. So that concludes my Door of Time skip input tutorial. If people like what I did here, where you can see the inputs on the screen at the same time as I do the tricks, I might be interested in doing some other tricks that people struggle with in terms of where to put the joystick or when to press certain buttons. So yeah, let me know if you like this video and if you're interested in seeing more tutorial videos like this on some of the tricks in Ocarina of Time.